Have you ever heard about something called dopamine? Well, this is a little different on the previous videos, but I will give it a shot. Dopamine is like the thing that makes our bodies move. It's like a neurotransmitter or something. You can get more information on your own. I'm just here to call to some attention to it because it's the thing that runs our world. It's energy, and dopamine can be energy. Dopamine can be the connector to everything we like and love because it is what it's called the seeking neurotransmitter because it what makes you want to see more stuff like when you are searching for something or when you are in the past when we were hunting and stuff like that. The dopamine it's what makes us move. It's what makes us seek and seek and seek. And as I have learned, our human body, as you can see if you observe our behavior, the body has a unbalanced ratio in the dopamine. Dopamine is what makes you seek, and there is another neurotransmitter that is called serotonin, which promotes satisfaction. Like I'm enough, I'm good. So, as I've studied, dopamine is bigger than the satisfaction neurotransmitter, which is serotonin. Again, search for this, study this, because I'm just calling it to attention in a superficial way. There's much more to this to study about and understand. But here's the rundown on things, because what happens with this is people will seek much more, will go for stuff much more. That's why you have a consumerism mentality, which in the end it's because of this ratio, in a simplified way, because people tend to seek more than they are satisfied. But the thing that worries me a little bit is that this promotes for some, in some way it promotes happiness, because you go out, you move to seek goals and seek stuff to improve your life and all that. But this can really get distorted, and that becomes addictions, consumerism. I mean, it becomes a whole lot of stuff, like the addiction to the internet, the addiction to our phones, and to the point that is a little bit too awkward, and it's never enough. That's the ratio between dopamine and serotonin. There's a ratio there, and serotonin can work properly. People are not satisfied. People don't become like, they want more and more and more, and don't stop. It's never enough. So this is a bit of a loop, and this is actually, how can I say it, explored by the people that make the internet and everything connected to the internet, like sites, notifications, apps, everything. They spend years and years and a lot of money to figure this out, so they can explore it and cash on it, literally cash on it, and control information, control everything, control people's behavior. It's just, at the end of the day, you just understand it when you study it, when you observe it. It really works that way. It's simple. Well, as I got it, as I understood it, it becomes simple. It's just simple. And if you study, the more you study, the more you find out. And as I studied more, I came upon some information that dopamine it's just a central, vital stuff for us. And it's not just a neurotransmitter, it's just a part of a system in our brain, in our nervous system, in our body. And as shocking as this is, it's vital for intelligence, it's vital for happiness, it's better to say what it's not for, because it's connected to almost everything. And when you have a dopamine system that is not balanced, it just makes it so tough to be a human being. It's so crazy, because suddenly you are more tired, you brain fog, unclear mind. bad sleep. You can, of course, it's just the superficial, like in the iceberg. It's just the tip of the iceberg, the dopamine. But dopamine takes everything we need. All the rest of the body goes behind it, goes after it. It's linked to so much stuff, like movement, intelligent movement, recovery. There is, at some point we all had this. When you try to exercise and you don't feel like it, that's dopamine. Your dopamine system is not good. It's not balanced. So you don't feel well moving. I don't feel like exercising. It almost everything is connected to this, because food is connected to this. Sugary foods just run our dopamine system wild. I mean, caffeine is related to it. I mean, you name it. Even the sun. When you catch some sun and you feel great, and then you want to do it again or go to the beach, it's not the pleasure center, but it connects a lot to it. This is deep. But I find out that if you don't know about the system, it's really just it's just a reactions. You just go about your life and you react. You don't feel like this, or you react in a certain way, and you don't ever find the cause. And as I found is, you become a lot more healthier if you get this system balanced. But it's in our world where there's so much entertainment and so much stuff, so much screens. As if you can study these screens and all this entertainment, all these phones, all these stress goes in with it. I mean, it's a chain. It's a chain of mechanisms. Our body is a complexity upon complexity of systems, all interconnected, and that plays out. That really plays out. If you study it, you will see it. The craziest thing is clarity of thinking, strength in your being. It's all connected to dopamine. You will find yourself more joyful if you get this under control, because it really is connected to everything. Your nervous system is connected throughout the body, connects to everything, and dopamine just flies around with that. So, hey, man, if there is something life-changing, this is life-changing for sure. If you do things right with this, I mean, you will get why in the past people meditated, and why meditation is so talked about, because it balances the system. As crazy as it sounds, years and years ago, people were already with addictions and with problems, and that connects a lot with the problems in the nervous system, and people didn't know what dopamine was. Dopamine was only discovered 100 years ago or something. So people did not know, but they, in a kind of instinct, they found out that certain behaviors and ways of being would heal that. And dopamine has a lot to do with addictions. So if you want to find out more, man, I really recommend that you find out and study dopamine, because it's the stuff. Because like I can see that there is one society where TV, media, governments, and marketing, all this stuff, there is a society where they don't know about dopamine, and there is another society completely different where they know about that. But this becomes, if people in general don't know about dopamine, but these media, these organizations, these people that work on people, on regular people, like clients in this case, if they know about dopamine, the dopamine systems, they can entice you to buy their products. They entice you with behaviors. They can put behaviors on you. It's a whole lot complicated. It becomes a really complicated, because this knowledge, if used against you or against people, it can be used. Like, I don't know if you ever talked about this or think about this, but TikTok is like a great example for this, because it's a perfect. It's like they studied the mind so much, and the human being, and the dopamine system for sure. They can make people do what they want with their rules. They make their rules, and in their algorithm, what becomes fashionable or it gets more likes, it gets more visualized in the app, in the network, is the behaviors that they put in their rules. Those rules, they can make their rules whatever they want, and people have to comply if they want to be famous on that platform, if they want their videos or photos to be liked, to be shared. There's an algorithm stuff that goes on. And okay, you know about the algorithm is computer system, whatever. What's about it? What's this is connected with the dopamine? Well, the thing is, when you get a like and when you get shared and all that stuff, that just brings dopamine, and then you get addicted to it. You seek it more. You want to have more likes. So you behave in the way that the platform wants you to behave. This is behavioral control. This is to be more sinister. This is like mind control. This is crazy. I know it's crazy, but it's true. Behavior control, mind control. It's all. It starts simple, but it becomes more complex as you study and understand these things. So, and one thing is string of mind. String of mind is dopamine is really, really connected to this. It's connected to so much more, like peace of spirit. I don't know, call it many things, but this one it really works with this strength of mind. When people have resilience is a lot connected to dopamine system. Like, if I just have this example, if you spend a lot of hours browsing TikTok with a lot of quick videos, your dopamine will get crushed. Your nervous system will get really, really, really confused. And man, try and go do something that you have to concentrate, that you have to perform or something, or just exercise. In the example I gave, if you go to exercise, you will feel it. You don't feel like doing it. You don't feel like exercising. You don't feel like concentrating, focus on something. Reading a book. Try reading a book after an hour of TikTok browsing videos, or about TikTok or whatever. So this is like the central mechanism, man. This is like the crux. If you want to talk about scientific and materialistic and views that we only look at the fundamentals of the human being as in the physical sense, it's just one of the biggest and overloaded systems in the world. There's a lot of people talking about it, there's a lot of books talking about, but it's just not enticing enough for people, because people in these days are occupied and focused on yet again dopaminic activities like games. Games are just a play on the dopamine system. Series, when you see a complete series in an afternoon, that's dopamine. You seek a lot. You watch one episode and you seek another episode, and there's there because like platforms like streaming platforms have it all there, and you seek more, and you watch another one, and you watch another one, and that never ends because of the serotonin satisfaction system I talked about. It's weaker. Unfortunately, you have to cultivate that system to be happy. You have to balance the dopamine system and cultivate the serotonin system, which is the feeling good neurotransmitter. It makes you feel better, sleep better, feel satisfied with life as it is. And the seeking, the uncontrolled seeking that dopamine can give you, it just puts your chain nervous system and mechanisms out of whack. It breaks you. That's why people are depressed. That's why people are kind of confused. All this mess is a lot related with dopamine. And you will see that the more screens and the more novelty. It's about novelty also. A lot. Can you believe that a few years ago, not a few years ago, a few decades ago, you have a newspaper that is weekly or monthly, a newspaper with news that is only it just comes out weekly or monthly. Can you believe that? Look at where we live now. There are news every freaking minute. It's so fast, and this is just a play on dopamine. Most of the stuff are not even relevant. Most of it is not. Some are fake, some are inventions, some are bullshit. I mean, this is a clear play on the dopamine system, and people that don't know about dopamine, you'll just fall for it because it's bigger than ourselves. It's a system that is bigger than anything I can talk about. This is so big, but it doesn't have the relevance that should have, because it's not interesting. This is not interesting, but it's the biggest system on the human system. And when you see it, when you understand it, you can be shocked, because this is related to everything. Our society addiction, if we understood this mechanism, we will be a whole lot better. It's related to every addiction on the freaking world. It's the main mechanism of everything related to addiction and unbalances, personality disorders. I mean, if you start, you will see, man, what the heck is this? Because it's like, it's the whole box, man. It's the whole package. Dopamine system, the neurotransmitter, and all the chain of the nervous system. It's like, I mean, it's wild. It becomes wild, and then you got, it's like the foundation for this everything. When you catch yourself watching the same thing over and over again, how can I say? It's an addiction. It's like, there are times that people that drink or people that gamble, all these old examples and play games, it becomes like automatic. You see, it's just a pattern in the brain and the stimuli that it seeks itself out again and again and again. And at some point, it's not even rewarding, but people keep doing it. It's like drugs. People do drugs. Why they do drugs? Because of these. This is a big part of it. And people are seeing their lives going into the mud, and they keep doing it. This is how strong this system is. It will just seek more of it and more of it. And if you don't understand, if you don't work it out, it will just take hold of you. It's like, man, this I don't wish this uncontrolled, unbalanced system on anybody, because this must be the worst, because you just lose control of yourself. You have to go out and seek that, whatever it is, the addiction, the pattern, the behavior. I mean, it's related to everything. I mean, it's crazy. Like shopping, people addicted on shopping, people addicted on the phone, on the games, on everything. And this is the system you I guess, people like the professionals, sports professionals, everyone. This is the system that has to be leveraged to get the best out of a human being. The focus, the performance, the movement, whatever you do, if you get your balanced, dopamine balanced, you will get better and better performance. More balance, more focus, more clear. I mean, everything just get better. It's crazy. You sleep better, you feel better, you have more joy, you feel more human. You heal your body, you heal, because it just connects your body better. I can't explain it. I just play with it in meditation, and stuff. And the days that I've experimented with not watching too much stuff, not many screens, I mean, don't eat too much sugar, all the stuff that stimulates your nervous system and yourself too much, try to cut it out gradually. You will see that you will become just more relaxed. It's so crazy, man. Because imagine if we have a nervous system that is sensitive, it's like a sensor. It's very, very sensitive. So if you overcharge it with so much stimuli, it will run your body to overdrive, because there's so much agitation, and that messes up your nervous system. So that's why people get too much into such a frenzy, such wanting this, wanting that, and we live in a consumerism society, a whole lot because of that, and bad decisions come out of it. I mean, this is so big. This has so many roots, man. I mean, it's crazy. It's really crazy. The more you see and understand about this, you can actually track this thing and connect it to almost every problems in the world. I know this is big. I'm talking big, but that's what I concluded, man. Because everything is connected to dopamine, because it's movement. Dopamine is related to movement, either inside of you or outside of you. it's about movement of the body, movement of the mind, of the desires, of the emotions. It moves everything. It's crazy. So, I mean, I could talk upon this for hours and hours, man. But I'll just end this by saying that, man, if you want to live in this world at this age and time, I mean, you really gotta study dopamine, because if you don't know about dopamine, if you don't pay attention to dopamine, and again, paying attention is a lot related to dopamine. Dopamine is what a balanced dopamine is what makes you be able to pay attention, understand things in a clear way, and your memory is related to so many things. I mean, I could talk forever on this topic, man. If you haven't checked this subject, it's gonna be your work in your life, man. This is gonna be a life's work, life study. I mean, check it out. Let's go. Stay connected.